Hello class 8 students. So far in the chapter Do My Looks Matter, we have seen Swapnil. Swapnil is a young boy who's growing up, an adolescent boy, and he is kind of not very comfortable with the changes that is taking place. He does not like his appearance, though we find that everybody is making fun of him. Everybody is trying to give him the impression that he is not at all good looking, whereas we find that only his friend Amit, to whose birthday party he goes, he is the only one who has to say something very positive about him. And he says that, oh wow, what a height, you look so fabulous. That is, but else, his cousins, everybody, they make fun of him, and that is what hurts him, and he is very irritated by all these things, because they are calling him names like Pinso, gang, then Daddy Long Legs, and Electric Pole, all these things. Now let us see what does Mishti Shen do. Mishti Shen applauded the student audience of Saras Junior Secondary School. The deafening sound of cheers proved how happy the whole school was to have elected Mishti Shen as the head girl. So there was an election in the school as to for the school captain and the other members who are going to be the student members, and everybody is clapping for, applauded means everybody is clapping for Mishti Shen, because they are very happy that Mishti has been chosen as the captain, the head girl. Running up the steps leading the stage, she bowed to the smiling principal. So she bent down, bowed to the smiling principal, who pinned the badge on her shirt. So there you have the school captain badge, and that was given to Mishti Shen. It was a proud moment for Mishti. So Mishti was very happy, very delighted. Her squint buck teeth means crooked teeth, that is not a proper set of teeth, that is irregular teeth, and generally when children have squint buck teeth, many of them put braces to align the teeth properly. So her squint buck teeth and her large nose made her look far from beautiful. So Mishti was not at all beautiful, but still, people were very happy that Mishti has been chosen as the head girl. Yet her warm, bright smile lit up her entire face. So she had a very warm smile. Though she was far from beautiful, there were a lot of drawbacks in her appearance, like her alignment of the teeth was not proper. She had a very large nose, but the moment she smiled, there was a different glow in her appearance, and that's what made Mishti beautiful. So that smile, proved that she was a very good person at heart. So that is what made the difference. She conducted herself with warmth. That is, she was very polite and respectful towards all. Her inner happiness and concern for others reached out to all hearts. So no matter how Mishti looked, was not at all very important for the rest, or for all the audience who was cheering for her, who were clapping for her. Rather, what was important was Mishti was a very good girl, and everybody loved Mishti. And even though she had the squint buck teeth, the crooked teeth, but still her smile had the warmth of her heart, as she was a good person at heart, and she had a concern for others. That's what made her so lovable, you know, among all. You must understand, to be popular, you don't have to be a pop star or a model, okay? You don't have to be somebody very great. Unlike Swapnil, Mishti accepted her adolescent physical changes and did not waste time mourning about why God had been unkind to her. So, Swapnil and Mishti are two opposites. Both of them are growing up. But Swapnil is not able to accept his adolescent physical changes, but Mishti takes it in her stride. That is, she takes it as part of her growing up. If teenage worries are needling you means annoying you, then the root cause of your problems is the absence of self-confidence. So, you should brush it off like that. Okay, I am growing up and these are natural. This is a natural process of growing up. So I should not be worrying, how my nose is and how my teeth is. But I should be more concerned about the person I am. Okay, how to make myself a better person. But not focus much on the physical appearance. Of course, we should always try to make ourselves presentable, but not to worry too much about these things. So just sit back, relax and think. You are the only one who can take care of the problem. So once you have the self-confidence like Mishti Shen, you won't be having such things worrying you. Start thinking well of yourself, begin building up self-confidence. So try to love yourself as you are. It is only up to you. Your friends will like you for what you are. Yes, it is always said that if you can love yourself, people around will start loving you. Unless you think positive about yourself, you like yourself, you like your own appearance, it's not expected that others will like you. That is self-love, but it's not selfishness. It's like you accept yourself as you are and try to become a better person. It is only up to you. Your friends will like you for what you are. Cultivate happiness inside you. Do take time off for leisure. So, instead of worrying about all these things, which is a natural process of growing up, rather, spend some time for leisure. That is, when you relax, cultivate a hobby. It might take a little time, but you will get to your goal and become an achiever. It's not that it will happen overnight, but if you make a conscious effort in that way, you are surely going to reach your goal. From the age of 11, your body begins to show changes in shape and size. Features begin to look different. Cheeks might change their shape and size. They might go in or puff up. Go in means you might become thinner, or you can have chubby cheeks. The button-like nose might become more shapely. Some people do not have very when they are at young age, they do not have a very proper nose in that way. But as they grow up, the shape changes and it becomes better in that way. The person occupying the first row seat might shoot up in height and then could be asked to move back. So maybe a person who was very short in height, all of a sudden he or she might grow very taller and go and sit at the back. The tallest girl in class might just stop growing at 30. Even the tallest girl can stop growing at 30. Naturally, what one looks like matters a lot. It might make you feel insecure, lonely, and miserable. So much so, it could affect concentration at work. So, if you are too worried about your physical appearance, okay, about the changes that are taking place, if you cannot take them as a natural process, then you might be worrying too much, and that might affect your concentration. There are a number of advertisements in the magazines or on the television to add to the stress of people like Swapnil who are already suffering at the hands of awkward changes. Yes, sometimes advertisements show that maybe you are dark, okay, you can become fair by doing this and that. And if a child is worried about, say, about his or her complexion, that would affect. But don't worry about them, don't take them seriously. Obsession with one's appearance can be a painful experience. Obsession means where you go on thinking about one thing, and you cannot just take it off from means you cannot just take off your thoughts from there. Means those thoughts and those things keep coming back to you. Inner beauty lends a glow to your appearance. Keeping good health through regular exercise, eating the right kind of food, and showing the right attitude helps you to make the best of yourself. So what you should concentrate is to make being a better person. Okay, eat well, sleep well, and try to have more positivity in your life. So that brings us to the end of the chapter. Hope you have understood it. Thank you.